Ticky-tacky, ticky-tacky, ticky-tacky.
Now you can do your ticky-tacky nonsense. So welcome back, ChickChat. We're here to discuss Jersey Shore, the last few episodes, 13 through 15. We're going to wrap up Jamaica, and then we're going to get into a little bit of the 15th anniversary planning this episode. So,
yes, we got a big stream ahead of us. So let's get into it. We have episode 13, and it's called Come On, Aileen. I guess there's a song. It's actually pretty popular. They played a little bit of the background of it, but I didn't realize that that's what it was called.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Played at a lot of white weddings.
Along with that song.
White wedding. But yeah, so we pick up right where we left off, which is the storm is coming in, Angelina's just getting there, and everybody else is scattering. Except for Vinny and the meatballs.
I mean, what a good excuse to get away from Angelina, right? But she doesn't have a
Although she's been fine this whole time after the Lauren situation.
With the exception, I think she's been Angelina. You know, she hasn't made things terrible. There haven't had to be multiple sit downs, but we've had a sit down, we've had a meltdown, we have had disgusting things. You know, she's Angelina in her full force, which is fine because she's entertaining me.
Yeah, I mean, if she wasn't around for all these seasons, I think the drama level would have definitely declined.
Agreed.
So Vinny is on a date with what he's saying is might be his future wife. I mean, this man is just getting drunker by the minute, which is great because we never see this side of Vinny. He's usually pretty bleh. And now he's trying to be fun, but in his way of being fun, he's almost remedial and toddlerish.
Yeah, I was telling Anne, I mean, I'm like, I'm going to do the ticky-tacky. I don't even know what that is. I did that at summer camp when I was 12 or something. And actually hearing him do this again and to hear the bunny, it brought back so many memories from when I was 12. I could not imagine a man that I was meeting that I was seriously considering dating trying to do this for a drinking game. This isn't even a drinking game. You're very busy.
Yeah, I don't even know. I think he was trying to make it into a drinking game, but they were not doing it. I mean, everyone's laughing at him, taking videos of him and sending it in their group chat. I mean, it was just constant Vinny updates. They're all just watching him play patty cake.
I think Mike called him the chooch of all chooches, which is so true because it's like we finally get all excited for Vinny. He finally finds this girl that he's really vibing with, and it seems like it's a good time and she's actually into him, and he just acts like such a weirdo.
Is it a test? Like, he's like, if I could be this weird and not drive her off, maybe she's the one.
I think it's partially a test, and I think it's partially who he is. I think he really is like this.
I mean, especially after a few drinks. I mean, they were so excited to drink with him, and then this is what they get.
True. Yeah, they should have known.
They should have known.
Dena looks the most perplexed.
She's like, what did we do to this poor girl? But they're very proud of themselves, Snooki and Dena. They made this happen, they said. So they're very excited about this whole situation.
Yeah, they were the hosts.
And the storm, looked like it wasn't even there very long. Like, it's pretty light out there. Like, I know that they're undercover and everything, but the storm wasn't that bad. But everybody else is upstairs eating Jamaican beef patties and catching Vinny updates and eating sugar canes.
Yeah, which I don't think I got a video or a picture of the sugar canes, but it was quite alarming to watch her just stab into that thing. You know, it was obvious that she knew what she was doing. It was just, I've never seen a sugar cane being ate, you know, let alone it being processed. And she just, you know, hopped right into there like it was in her backyard in childhood, like she said it was.
Paulie was getting nervous watching her do that. He's like, I can't watch her cut things. She always cuts toward herself, and it just gets me.
You know.
But Eileen's a good sport, I will say. I mean, I don't know if I could take all that seriously. I don't know how many drinks she's had. I mean, honestly, after a few drinks, I guess I could play all these games too. But Then I'm
Yeah.
gonna be like, okay, was this for real? Like, is this what we're gonna do on all of our dates? Are we gonna be playing patty cakes and reading
I mean,
stories or something?
to be fair, they are already on, a Jamaican resort vibe. So I feel like it's all very different. It's kind of like I just couldn't imagine having my first date on a vacation, because it's such a different I feel like I'm a whole different human on a vacation. It would be bizarre to try to date afterwards, but yeah, I mean, I think that that's just the vibe is to have fun. But yeah, this is
Mhm.
gonna be Vinny all the time.
Yeah. Well,
She
she's on
she
this
doesn't
vac
drink a lot though, so
neither does Vinny.
yeah.
But they say she's on this vacation with her family. I'm wondering, like, where does her family think she is this whole time? Or like, did a producer
Right.
go over there and be like, "Well, we're gonna be keeping her for the day"?
I mean, I'm probably reading way too much into this. And yes, I do think people go over there and like, tell her she's gonna sign this paper and be on TV or whatever. But I'm
Mhm.
probably reading too much into it. But when they grabbed her, when Snooki and Dena grabbed her from the beach, when they saw her just walking around, she was walking with two other people, and those people looked her age too. So maybe she's on a vacation with, cousins and, people
Probably
her age.
cousins and family. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, she ditched them real quick to hang out with Vinny and the Jersey Shore cast, which I would also do in a
Probably.
heartbeat with any single one of them.
Yeah. Honestly, I'd be like, okay, goodbye. I'll be
See you
back
later.
tomorrow.
I'd be like, can my friends come? No, they can't. Okay, bye.
The only thing that I wish she could have had was like a change clothes because I couldn't imagine going through this whole entire day and just that bikini and this cover up. Like that's why she left to go shower or whatever. Is because
Yeah.
how uncomfortable to go into this like crash these people's wedding, like do all the events of the day in just like a
Mhm.
bathing suit. Like the other girls have their bathing suits, but they're like covered up.
Yeah.
So,
No, I agree. She obviously it was not there to do all of that stuff. And yeah, I was feeling bad for her the whole time too, but I feel like it's a resort. It's probably big, but it's not that big. She got up to go to the bathroom. She probably could have got up to throw on, some clothes or
yeah,
something
and
and
then
come
like
back.
give me 15 minutes to go to my room so I can grab some
Yeah,
clothes.
I
He
mean,
was
he
not
already knows what
expecting
you
this.
it's not like you have to get all zhuzhed up. Just like put on, some biker shorts and a cute shirt and like call
Mhm.
it a day. But I mean,
Exactly.
her body's banging. So if she wants to walk around like that, maybe that was her prerogative. I don't know. Meanwhile, Chris was locked in the bathroom for what seemed like a long time. Hey, Aileen, welcome back.
Hello.
Especially after drinking to not have a full I agree, and she was
Yeah.
covering herself up a lot, especially when they go to the bar later. You could tell she was,
It's like a
I don't know.
robe though. Like I feel like
It was sexy though. I mean, she looked
yeah,
good. It just was I guess it would have been better if she had a better tie around it that she didn't have to because it
keep
just
my
kept
hands in.
opening up. It reminds me of the robe that I wear at home that I mean, I can't wear that robe with anyone else except my husband because it's basically
Opens.
just an open shawl. Like it just keeps opening. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The and I think this is the same problem. The rope is just too silky. It just falls
Yeah.
open.
I know even when I'm wearing like normal clothes when I'm out drinking or something, like there's a point where I'm like, okay, I gotta get into sweats because this is just
Yeah.
too tight for me at this point.
Mhm.
I don't want my whole body showing anymore. I need
Yes.
something else.
Don't we all love the moment when we come home after we go out and put on, the comfy clothes?
Sometimes when I'd go to house parties, I would bring sweats with me because I knew at some point I was gonna want to
Yeah.
be
I
comfortable.
remember that. Yeah. Mhm.
Hmm. Yeah. But anyways, yes, Chris is locked in the bathroom for
Oh,
hours.
I did get the sugar cane there.
It was crazy.
You know who she reminded me? I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie where the pirates take over that boat and it's based on a real story. Captain
Is it like
something Phillips or
Pirates of the Caribbean or something? Or
no, it's a different movie than that, but I can see why you would get that from my description. But I mean, it's actually a really popular meme. There's like the guy, and he was like, "We're I don't know. I probably sound like a maniac, but if anyone knows what I'm talking about, you'll probably understand." But
Mhm.
she's just going hard at this sugar cane.
She was. This is her element. I like seeing Nikki in her element. She's super
Even though
excited. It's even like, well, damn. But she's in her element. She's showing everybody like all of her stuff. Them Jamaican
yeah,
meat patties look good.
He
Dean
did
gets
look
them
good.
all the time, but he gets them frozen. In fact, there's some in our fridge right now.
See,
So
I liked the look. They looked like they just came from the store in that box, like fresh as hell.
mhm.
Yeah, I wanted to have one of those.
They look exactly like the ones though that Dean gets frozen and then like
Oh
unthaws
yeah, I'm
too. So
sure.
they
Yeah,
look good.
and
Um,
frozen is fine, but they
yeah,
do
no, those
learn. They do learn that Vinny is downstairs in rare form, drinking still, trying to impress his new girl,
breaking
breaking
down
down
the
the door.
I love when he did that in the first like episode of the new seasons and stuff. That I
I,
died at that.
yeah, I know.
It's
It
once
was
he
one of
turned
those.
keto Guido things got weird. So
I
with
know
him.
it was one of those classic dance moves. They had like the beating up the floor and the fist bumps and all of it. It was great.
Mhm.
There they are doing it again, beating
Yeah. They were having
beating
the
up.
time of their lives there. They were having a really good time with drunk Vinny. And he was very outgoing. And that's what I think was fun to watch about him is
That's why
that
I like Aileen so much. I feel like she brings out this part that he wants to impress her, but he doesn't. He's not being such a cool guy. He doesn't seem like he's intimidated by her, so he can
mhm.
actually be himself. Yeah, I like her. I like him when she's around.
Yeah, they were having a blast with Vinny. I mean, he was being weird, but at least that's better than boring Vinny just sipping out of a fire shot
I know,
glass.
like, look at the excitement on this man's face. Have we seen his face move in decades? I mean, since this man stopped eating carbs, his face hasn't even moved. It's like he doesn't even need Botox because he has no
Honestly.
emotions.
Exactly. But when
I'm sure.
everybody shows up, he gets so excited and he's yelling and cheering and they have a good time at this bar. Apparently then the lights go out and apparently that's like a thing in Jamaica. You just ask them to turn the lights back on.
Lights back on.
I was like, what? And then the lights came back
It
on and
works. Yeah.
it worked.
You
Yeah,
just have
apparently
to
he
ask
did.
for what you need in life.
Apparently in Jamaica, you just ask and you shall receive.
Yeah.
So then they
Um,
decide to go crash a wedding.
well, the night ends as far as for Aileen. This is when she
Yes.
decides to go take a shower. And I don't know. I'm curious how you feel, but I'm kind of suspicious that she did want him to come with.
Well, maybe to his room because, like they were talking about, she was in a shared room with family members, and I
Yeah.
think Vinny's also playing it safe by not just jumping in the sheets with her. But I do think she's interested in him, and I think she could have, if she really wanted to, she could have just showered and came right back down and stayed the rest of the night with him. So I don't
True.
know,
I mean, I think they just went and crashed that wedding and went to bed though.
pretty much.
They do end up making
Yeah, we
out.
didn't get into Chris being locked in the bathroom. That was hilarious to me.
We did. I had the picture of it. I mentioned it briefly, but yeah, this
He was in there forever, and Dena kept saying, like he's probably doing a number two, and whatever. Which men do take a long time doing that, but this man
they do.
was
And at the most,
screaming for help.
do you know what's funny to me though? And actually, now that I'm looking at it, maybe it's different, but this looks like one of those gaps, that you could. I know nobody wants to crawl on a bathroom floor, but if you're locked in there
Would
like
have.
that, I mean, I would get under there.
Maybe it's like a shorter gap though. Like maybe it's not enough
Now
for
that
him
I'm
to get
looking at it,
through.
it looks like paint because see that shadow right
Oh
there? It
yeah,
could
yeah.
just be paint.
It's hard. I'm sure he thought of every way out. He was
I'm
in there for
sure
so long.
because there's
Screaming.
definitely a gap up there, but our man is not gifted in the tall
Yeah.
department.
I'm surprised there wasn't like a bathroom attendant. I mean, I know like a lot of these resorts
Somebody
have
came and
them.
helped him out. It wasn't a producer.
Oh no. But the producers knew he was in there. They're just laughing about this and they're like, "Oh, we're
That's
going to
why
edit
I
this
think they're
later."
they're good producers. I mean, obviously they have a storyline, and I'm sure that they set up plenty of things. But I think these are the kinds of situations that you have to just sort of let life happen and
Yeah.
see what happens.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I bet he was even trying to figure out if he could climb out of one of those little windows and stuff too. Poor Chris. Like and he comes in and he's like, I was locked in there. Nobody cared. And she's like, oh, I just thought you were, doing a number two.
Right. So yeah, so they make out, and then we do get this wedding crash, and for some reason Dena found herself a microphone.
Whoever handed it to her, I have no idea how she
Somebody
found
did.
it.
I mean,
And
she probably found it herself.
yeah, well, people were pretty nervous when they saw her with the microphone, thinking it was like an Angelina PTSD flashback, but all she pretty much said was "bitches" like over and over again, and
Yeah.
these people seemed fine.
They seemed like, yeah, they were okay with it. So they invited them. They let them come in when they walked in. So it seems like they made an appearance. She called everyone bitches, and then they left.
It
So
was like watching my Aunt Mona walk into a room, honestly. It really didn't trigger
right.
me at all.
That was me on my 21st birthday. I have a couple of videos. I don't know if I have them anymore, but I remember looking at videos from that night, and all I did was call everyone bitches after every sentence I said, and I was wasted.
Wait. Yeah, my niece got this thing wherever she goes, she just calls people bitches and sluts and is very, very loud.
Yeah.
It's a thing. But yeah,
Mhm.
Dena doesn't even remember.
No, the producers had to tell her, and she even denied it for a while. She looked kind of pissed off about the accusation, but then, I'm sure they showed it to her, and she's, well, I guess I like to give speeches at weddings.
It's her thing. Watch out, Sammy.
Yeah, so they all end the night, do their own little confessional and say goodnight. And Vinny is very grateful for the dating game because it's now brought him his second woman, which is better than his first.
Yeah, I mean, all of the dating games shows that they've put him on and all of the parties they've had for him, this one actually worked out in his favor. So he's happy.
Agreed. Yeah.
He's
so
happy.
then the next morning, we do see Sam and Justin talk a little bit about their experience so far, but also about their experience with IVF and how everything is going while they're on vacation and she's still doing her shots and having to have that estrogen patch and everything like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's worried about getting wet with this thing, but then they take her to a damn waterfall.
Yes. But first, Lauren in that morning plans a little engagement party that's supposed to be a surprise. So they're going to do that later, but Lauren plans it in an impromptu way right then and there.
Well, she did have everybody bring white outfits like they're going to a Diddy party. So she knew it was going to happen.
Yes, I think that they were planning it a long time ago. And obviously, she had
and they brought the photos. There's no way that those butlers.
That's what I'm saying. She had a whole lot of help doing it. But yeah, they're going to plan this. It's going to be a surprise. We will see that later.
Yes.
So and Nicole has to leave.
Yeah, her kid is doing a competition. And in fact, when she FaceTimes Giovanna, she's like, "You're not on the plane." Like you said you were. She's like, she got so mad at her.
I know. She probably should not have done that, but at the same time, it seemed like Nicole was excited to say, like, I'm coming, I'm gonna be there.
You could have did a phone call though. Like you just lied to your kid and said you were in the airport. FaceTime her.
So she hangs up and Nicole's just like, she's upset. It's like, yeah, she's upset. And then Nicole proceeds to sit there for like an entire breakfast, an entire Vinny roast before she even leaves.
Yeah, well, I mean, her flight probably wasn't even until later, but yeah, I mean, she did go have breakfast and say goodbye to everybody, and they did a Vinny roast. They rated him.
Well, he rated himself, and then they downgraded him quite a bit, and then they upgraded him just slightly. So he landed at a 7.
Yeah, although I think it depends on the day.
I call him a 6.5.
I think he might have hit 7 when he was playing patty cake and like that day, but like on a regular day, I'm not sure.
Facts. Definitely facts. So they did take one more quick photo before Nicole leaves. I don't know why they didn't do this photo with their t-shirts. I don't know why Dena didn't.
They didn't have them. Oh, I don't think they had them yet.
They didn't, but that's why I'm kind of confused. Wouldn't this have been a better time for Dena to go give them to them so that they could take a photo?
I think she knew they might only wear them when they're leaving. She probably knew they wouldn't wear them at 2.
I'm sorry. I'm not wearing that to the airport. I would rather wear it right now for a photo. But
yeah. Well, they don't really like wearing those anyway, so they probably didn't want actual photo evidence of them being in them. And
I feel
there's
like they do it every other time. They're literally on a show.
yeah. Well, as Dena says, remember when she got out there was Snooki brought those one outfits and she was all mad that everyone was excited for it. They're never excited when Dena comes out with t-shirts.
That is really true. Yeah, they never like them. But I mean, it's kind of part of the show too. It's like every family vacation, the big ones that they take, always gets shirts. So even when she did bring them out later on, everyone knew they were coming.
They were kind of weird shirts this time, so I
These
don't
ones were weird. I did not understand the references there, but we'll get there.
I think they should have quoted Polly. We're on a vacation.
I know that was really good. She should have got new ones. It should have been a string or a button you can pull that just has his words. A vacation.
Exactly. Vacation. So, anyways, they start going to this waterfall thing, which Sammy's starting to freak out about because she's got these estrogen patches, and the whole time this guy is saying like it's going to be a wet one, like you're going to be getting wet. And then Sammy approaches him and asks him, like maybe I should sit this out because I'm on these patches, whatever. He said, we'll figure it out. Like, sir, how do you just figure out a whole waterfall? I mean, they did it, but it was just funny to me that he was just like, oh, no concern here, ma'am.
Yeah, I know, because he just got done saying head to toe gonna get very wet, very slippery. You could fall and die. I mean, they just signed waivers, to sign their life away. And then she goes, oh, I have this tiny device on my hips that I can't get wet. No problem. And yes, they're gonna take care of her. And I know that Justin's gonna take care of her. And there probably are ways to I think he put her in the middle so that she was probably the least likely to fall when they were all holding hands. And, I'm sure he was mindful, but he can't make any guarantees. He seemed so relaxed about it. It's just be relaxed. But I think, no guarantees.
I don't think he realized, he probably thought it might have been just like a nicotine patch or something. I don't think he realized what she was really doing with the.
Yes. And I am very ignorant to IVF and the process that she's going through. But I think that those are patches that you probably maybe do daily or weekly. And so I think if it's wet, it's not good. It's obviously advised not for it to not be wet. But I mean, you do still have to shower and everything. She said she can get wet, but not submerged. So I think that there's some flexibility with that. And if it's a patch, I wonder if maybe she has an extra one in case there is a problem that she could kind of quickly swap them out. And have absolutely no idea. Obviously, she has a reason to be worried about it. IVF is incredibly expensive, and she is this close to the transfer, which she's had to go through a lot just to get to this spot. So I don't know if I would even do it.
I would have just sat it out, honestly. Be like, you know what? I'm gonna go get me some Jamaica beef patties.
But if I have an extra little patch, like just for emergencies, and that one accidentally gets wet, and I can just put it on, then yes, I'm gonna go.
Poor Sammy. She couldn't drink or do anything on this vacation.
I know. She really has been a trooper. I mean, even, on the third episode that we covered today when they're getting ready for the anniversary, she is going to show up to this whole Jersey Shore day and everything the day before her transfer. Like, I would be, vibing out, zenning out. I would not want Angelina near me. I just, no, I could not handle that. But yeah, Sammy is a trooper. And I think people are giving that back to her too. They're throwing her these parties and telling her how awesome she is because she's great. So anyways.
Hopefully after the transfer, she took a few days off.
Oh gosh, yeah, I hope so. More than a few days. But
yeah.
Meanwhile, we have Mike over here breaking statue penis.
Yeah. It got a little hectic on this what is it? Adventure?
Excursion, yeah.
Excursion, yeah, that's the word I was looking for. So things got a little bumpy there. They did have fun doing it. It looked really interesting to me. I probably would have liked it.
I loved it. I thought that it was so cool. And Nikki was able to sort of relive her childhood memories. She really does look the same. It's
pretty much.
I mean, obviously she's more developed because she's older.
Bigger.
But I mean,
yeah. She's not even much taller. She's
no. It's quite wild. It's just She did a
It
good job.
Yeah, it was cool they got to recreate that for her. Polly was really proud. I think Polly
Yeah.
really got a lot out of this trip with her. He was just really
Yeah.
excited to see where she's from and just all the things Nikki. And she was able to show him this and like kind of show a different side of herself. Because, a lot of
Mhm.
times when we see her, she's pretty chill. But this trip, she was very excited and very like eager to show them like all the things she grew up with. So it was
Yeah.
nice to see that little change and it was good for their relationship. But they keep talking about how this is such a big step in their relationship, such a big step, which I get that. But I
Yeah.
feel like is there gonna be more to this relationship then? Because I know Polly is not a committer like when it
Yeah.
comes to marriage.
I agree. I mean, that's why I was getting kind of frustrated a couple of episodes ago too, because they kept saying that. And it's like a big step, yes, but one, it's kind of a late step. And two, considering his resources and stuff. And two, what does that lead to? What are we stepping up to? A step implies we're doing more. It's not like
Honestly.
we've reached the peak of our relationship. It's a step. So what are you going to do, Polly D?
Yeah, like where does this step lead? I agree with that.
Yeah, very confusing. So we shall see. How long have they been together? Well, they do say in the most recent episode, Nikki says that they've been together since around 2019. So, and I know that they really solidified things during COVID. They were one of those COVID relationships. So at least 5 years going on 6, they've been knowing each other for like 8 years because they met on the very first Shot at Love. And they did 2 or 3 of those seasons before they even started dating. And that would have been 2019, 2020.
Was she on every season?
She was on the first season. I don't think she came on the second season. And then I don't remember if it was a spinoff that she showed up to or if it was a third season of A Shot at Love. I think it might have been a third season, but it was just for Vinny or something. I don't quite remember. But then she showed up to that as like a special guest. She wasn't part of the cast, but somebody called her and invited her sort of as a secret to upset Polly. And then he got really drunk and told her he was in love with her.
Well, that worked out, apparently.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much since then, they've been just kind of cohabitating and like, just together. And there's no shame in that, but it's just interesting that they keep teasing a proposal from Polly. And I'm like, I would be so annoyed at this point that they keep teasing this. Even on the show as previews, like if it's something that she wants, then that just feels like a slap in the face, even from like MTV to keep like teasing it, even if Polly's not teasing it.
Agreed. Yes. So they go through this Dunn's River Falls.
Pretty submerged.
Pretty submerged, mind you. I mean, although it does look like there's kind of like a rock right here. So I'm sure that there's ways to probably move someone so they don't get as wet. But again, there's no way that they can guarantee.
But look at Dustin. Seems pretty deep in there in the corner.
He does. And so, I mean, Dena's waist deep. But at the same time, you have Angelina right behind her. So I almost wonder if Dena is peeing. She looks like she could be squatting.
Well, look up, like, if you zoom that out a little bit, look at Justin in that corner. I mean, he looks pretty deep in.
True, but it could kind of be an illusion from the camera angle.
Could be. But Chris is not peeing.
I think that this is like,
maybe the water just gets deeper there too, because Chris is waist deep.
Drop off right here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because look, she just stepped off the drop off because
she looks scared.
He's like, oh man.
Yeah, I would love this. But I love water and stuff. Like this would.
I think this would be so cool, and I thought that it was. I mean, look how friggin' gorge. So cool.
It ain't bad.
And the point is to just like walk up all of it right in the middle. How cool!
How cool!
How cool! I want to go.
So afterwards, they do go out to eat again, but we have a bomb coming.
Yes. So this is actually where the episode ends for this episode. And then, but they're still technically at the falls place. But meanwhile, we open the 14th episode called Angelina's Revenge with Uncle Nino's Revenge because he done got himself a passport and American
30
citizenship.
something years of not having one.
Yes, and what was holding him back was that he wasn't a citizen. So he done got himself American citizenship and his passport all in the matter of days. I'm sure it was longer than that because of production, and I'm sure they've been probably planning this for a while. But what a surprise! It's very cool to see.
I'm surprised he just didn't have an Italian passport. Like
he does.
Okay, he can't use that.
I don't know.
Yeah,
not to get back into the U.S.
Why not? If people traveling from Italy come here all the time.
If he's not a citizen and he doesn't have an American passport, I mean, I don't.
I don't know. Do y'all know? Because I don't see what the
I'm not an immigration expert.
I know he ended up here somehow.
True, it's true, but I don't know. I'm not going to suggest anything about Uncle Nino.
Who's to know? I thought he didn't have his passport because of his like criminal record. Because I remember when Mike was in prison, Uncle Nino knew some people that kept him well fed. But
that's true. Yeah, I mean that's possible. But what they were saying was that he wasn't an American citizen because that's why he said Americano because that was really the accomplishment. But
yeah,
apparently that came with his American passport.
Well, I'm glad he got his passport because he showed up here with his pinky ring and all.
I know. He's so cute.
I was like, he really came for like a day. Like, how long was Uncle Nino supposed to be there?
Well, and what's crazy to me is they drop Uncle Nino, into the resort. And meanwhile, these people are in the middle of Jamaica, probably an hour at least away in the middle of a waterfall. And then they do go to dinner.
Yeah, and Uncle Nino's walking around this resort talking to random people.
Saying I love you, like literally professing his love to every Jamaican woman that he encounters. Just, oh, you're beautiful. Oh, I love you. Oh,
you're beautiful. It was great. I would watch a whole show about Uncle Nino, honestly.
Oh, yeah. He really needed his own spinoff a long time ago, but I do like that they pop him into, things like this. I kind of feel like they shorted Uncle Nino in the Jamaica trip a little bit. He should have came yesterday.
He said it came a couple days ago. I mean, honestly, they could have even just switched him out for Vinny at this point in the show.
I'm sure they helped this man acquire his entire citizenship and his passport, probably on an expedited basis, just for him to pop into one dinner for 20 minutes and then everybody leaves.
Yeah, and then he's looking for everybody after they left. Like, how long was his stay there?
True. And, this had to have been lunch because this is where they inform everyone that they're going to have this white party later on and that it's going to be a surprise.
God, I would need a nap between all these things, honestly. I don't know how they can do it.
But they also have transportation. So, and again, I'm pretty sure this is probably in the middle of Jamaica or probably not right nearby their resort. So maybe a little nappy in the car might be.
I'd have to. Yeah, they eat at this restaurant, which I was wondering too. I was like, how's Mike going to hit all these restaurants if they keep eating out of the resort? Because
that's true. Yeah, they have been on quite a few adventures.
Yes, but yeah, now they're on their way back to get ready for the white party.
They are, and clearly they are not sleeping because Angelina is just running her mouth to Vinny, trying to stir the pot. She's been upset with Vinny all day. We haven't addressed this yet, but she's been upset with Vinny all day because he wouldn't hold her hand at the falls.
Wouldn't stand for a picture later. Like, it's just crazy the amount of, she wants to act like they're a couple almost, and it's hurting her feelings. But
yeah, I think it's convenient for her, to feel like to kind of stir up some social media drama if they do stand for a picture together. Then people are talking about her, and I'm sure she'd rather people be talking about her and Vinny possibly dating, especially in the context of what's going on right now on social media with her, Vinny 2.0 leaving and her dog and
yeah, and her feeding all those strays and everything.
Yes, all of that, yeah.
So they get ready for this secret engagement party. Everybody has to put on their white attire like they're going to a Diddy party. And everything's white. They got all these photos. They have this like beautiful little wall put up. I mean, it's not a Jersey Shore vacation without a random party for somebody.
That's so true. And actually, this is really cute. I think that they really have been showing a lot of love for Sam and also for Justin. But I think it's just nice to show love for Sam, yes, because she's going through so much, but she's kind of the newest one to rejoin, and I think it's good that they're welcoming her. They've always been welcoming to her, but she's got so much going on in life, a lot to celebrate and a lot to support her on.
Right about, yeah.
It's a
So
lot.
everyone is showing up, but they're gonna do an Italian feast because these people have gone now 5 days without Italian food, and they're starting to withdraw.
I mean, look at Mike. He's actually getting pale, kind of, and he's in
Yeah,
Jamaica, so
I
he
would
needs
too.
some
I'm not gonna
Italian.
lie. I need pasta at least once a week. Otherwise, I'm gonna probably crash and burn. That's why we
Yeah.
do pasta Sunday.
Yeah, agreed. So they do don their all white attire and they're all looking pretty good. What I did think was funny, they always make fun of Vinny for wearing gray, and he did actually bring a white shirt, but who's wearing gray is Justin. At his
Well,
own
Vinny does have
engagement
gray
party.
shorts. He does have gray shorts on, Vinny.
True, but Justin doesn't even know it's his own engagement party and he's wearing the wrong color.
He did his best.
Yeah, at least
He might not.
out.
He might not have a lot of just white.
True. I don't have a lot of just white, and everything I do have that's just white I bought when I was getting married for an event regarding my marriage.
Yeah. So
I have a white tank top and a white dress, and those were for photos for my
I'm just happy that Angelina was probably wearing underwear or something, because you have to in a white. Well, she's been on her period. She's having
You think that
strange,
woman keeps white underwear?
maybe beige, something that'll go with it. I don't know. Just
Anyway.
I'm hoping she had underwear on at least this time, because
We're all hoping and praying.
oh my gosh, because she's always got a slit.
Yeah. Yep.
She does. So
Oh,
they start heading down, and Mike and Lauren, just them, are surprising them.
Yes, I know. And they do this thing in the beginning where Mike's sort of rehearsing and Lawrence is just saying, that's kind of weird. That one's creepy, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, damn, none of these are going to work. So I don't know what you guys are going to do. But the thing is, I think he was trying to give a little speech in the beginning so that they knew what the party was about. But it's like, is that not what the giant sign is for with all the photos of the two people? I think they'll know if you say surprise and then they take in the room what's going on.
Yes, it's like Mr. and Mrs. Yeah. Sammy seemed very excited and surprised, and Justin just kind of walked in like it was another day.
I know, that is true. He's like, oh, okay.
This is awesome. Okay. And then it got a little bit weird. I mean, they did do a photo before they ate because they knew they were going to be eating pasta, and pasta gets messy, which is why I don't want to wear white to my baby shower. We're having a pasta themed Italian baby shower, and I refuse to wear a white dress to it because I know myself.
Yeah, so these are the rules of Italians.
Yeah, I can't believe that they wanted an all white Italian part. But you know what? Teach their own, though. Whatever. It's a little risky for me. Y'all gotta be pretty.
Turns out they were having a Jamaican infused Italian, so
Yeah,
I mean,
a lot of Alfredo.
Yeah, they had some white sauce. They had some jerk chicken parmesan. So I think it's a little bit different, but they all seem to get away pretty clean. But yes, they did do the photo beforehand, and the photo beforehand actually sets the entertainment for the night. We thought we were all going to watch this wonderful, sweet thing about Sammy and her soon-to-be husband, which was there, but also alongside that going on, basically Angelina was kicking Vinny under the table the entire time just for his standing to the side an arm's length. And look at him. He knows what he's doing. He's so excited.
He should have ran to the other side, honestly, and just stayed there.
Should have, just to keep everything,
because it really was just prom looking, couple. Like,
I know.
Yeah.
But like everybody knows too that they're both single. So I just don't think, I know people like to cause hype, and that's also the thing too. It's like, just let people have their 15 minutes of, oh my God, are they dating? And then, you'll be done with dinner by the time people are done talking about it.
Well, Angelina wasn't done talking about it. They had the dinner, and the whole time he was upset about it and getting angry. And even when they were going around the table, Thanksgiving style, talking about what they were thankful for with Sam and Justin, they were still going at each other. But
it was really like the dueling, stuff going on, because it was really an engagement party for Sam and Justin, and people were saying nice things. I mean, they didn't say anything groundbreaking, but they were just kind of going around the table saying nice things about their relationship. Meanwhile, Mike's stirring the pot, Angelina is fuming, and Vinny's over there just has no idea. And, Mike was giving him some dirty looks, like he was actually offended or something by what Vinny did.
Yeah, well, he likes to stir the pot. But thank goodness Angelina's godfather, Uncle Nino, showed up.
He did.
Mm-hmm. There he is, in all his glory, Uncle Nino, the star of the show. He shows up and everybody is shocked. Nobody knew this was happening.
Though, at the end of the party, it's just like so funny to me that they flew this man all the way out here just to plop him into the end of a dinner party.
Couldn't even give him some Alfredo. Nothing.
I think he did have a couple of bites, but yeah, it was probably cold by then. So.
Yep. And Vinny is surprised because he did tell Uncle Nino a while before this, like, I'm so glad you're not going to be able to show up in Jamaica because you don't have a passport or your citizenship or whatever. And surprise, surprise.
There he is. Here's the man. He's going to sit down. He's going to have a little plate.
And Paulie had to make sure we knew he had nothing to do with this.
I know. Honestly, if I were part of their crew, I would have blamed Paulie as well. So I don't blame him for having to clear his good name.
Yeah. He's a prank war champion, but producers got him this time.
Yes, but I mean, Uncle Nino obviously had a really great day in Jamaica. I mean, he was walking around telling every single lady how much he thought they were beautiful and loved them. And then he had some foods, I'm sure, tried himself some jerk chicken. I mean, what could go wrong? So he came in, he said he wants to get a Jamaican passport now too.
He's going to collect them in every country now. So
I didn't know you needed so many, but I thought you just get them stamped when you travel.
I mean, I think that's the usual thing, but who's to know?
So, speaking of usual, it seems very usual now that they always get a giant cake that nobody ever eats. And if they do anything with it, they tend to throw it around, foreshadowing for later. But they get this giant cake. It doesn't look like anyone eats it.
I mean, they might have like even if they have a piece each, it's still like 2/3 of a cake.
I know. It's just an obnoxiously huge cake. But I mean,
maybe the staff gets it after, because I remember there were times when I was working catering and stuff where like we would get the leftover.
Right, especially when you take the cake in the back to get cut up and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's usually the rest of it sticks around. But Vinny offered for Angelina to go sit on the cake, and she declined.
I mean, she's wearing white. It's the white party. I don't think it would be. And she's also mad at him. She ain't going to take a direction from him right now. I think that's the real thing.
Exactly.
If she sat on that cake, no one would go near that cake. I mean, she's probably got a string hanging out. Like, please, let's just not encourage her.
Very, very true. So they leave the white party. It is their last night in Jamaica. So Dena decides to go and get their shirts so that they can wear them for tomorrow and their traveling.
Yeah. Hopefully. She knows that if she brings them out earlier, they're not going to wear them anyway. So maybe hopefully they'll wear them, as a last ditch effort on the last day. But Angelina takes this as a moment to go get her fart spray that apparently smells like the worst thing in the world. Yeah. To the point where even the producers were choking because she sprayed it close, to the door, and they got a little too close to her as she sprayed it. And I'm like, Angelina, why aren't you choking like everybody else? Like, is this a smell you're used to?
I know she must pull this prank a lot because, first of all, why would you have it if you don't use it semi-frequently? And why would you have thought to bring it on vacation with you? So she must be used to the smell.
And she didn't spray a lot of it from what I seen. Like, she just kind of sprayed Vinny's door, closed the door. And it's like you sprayed your own room too, though. So why did you do it?
I know. Yeah, I feel like she's probably used to it. One, because she's done it before, and two, I mean, she's not very smart. You sprayed your own wall with that shit, which made me feel bad when her and Uncle Nino were sitting and having a conversation because poor Uncle Nino had to
sit
inhale
through
all
it.
the
Yeah.
cloud and pretend that he wasn't suffering because they were having a serious talk.
You know, when I'm not pregnant, I can't smell nothing. So maybe he's kind of the same. Like, he
That's
just doesn't
true.
have a
Yeah,
good sense
my
of smell.
husband has absolutely no sense of smell either
I
because of
don't either.
allergies. So it's possible.
Pregnancy really opened my eyes to a lot of sense, and I just didn't know before. So,
Yeah.
uh,
Oh, she's got a reputation for gross. She does. And so I think she probably has a tolerance for some unusual smells, maybe more than, Vinny. Although Vinny claims, like Angelina said, to like to be all up in the
the
smelly
booty.
parts of a
He
woman.
likes to have a taste of the booty, is what she said. She said that if he doesn't like the smell, then that's a lie. I'm like, I don't know about that, girl.
I don't know if it really, I don't walk around with my ass smelling like that.
I would like to think maybe he does that after somebody is showered or something, but to each
Hopefully.
their own.
Yeah, I don't
I mean,
know.
I wonder what she's got going on, or if people are doing that with her. Like, she just kind of, I mean, I don't know. Like, what kind of expectation is this? What kind of statement is that?
I don't
But whatever.
know. I don't know.
Anyways, her and Uncle
Uh,
Nino have this heart to heart about all the loss that she has had in the last few months. And, he's an interesting one to talk to with her, but apparently he can reach her. He reaches her. They're kind of similar, almost the same person, maybe in some ways. So
Yeah, I think they are very similar. And she talks about how they're both kind of misunderstood and live a different type of life than a lot of people do. And I think, Angelina has always talked about needing a father figure. I think Uncle Nino's probably the closest thing to somebody who really cares for her unconditionally because
mhm.
he doesn't have any expectations of her
Yeah.
before he cares for her. And he always asks her how she's doing and if she's okay. And I think that that's
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah, and this was his grade A advice. Screw this guy, just do what you gotta do.
Yes.
Not much, but it's enough. So, yep, the next morning, everybody's going home. But honestly, before this even happens, everybody smells this smell in the
Mhm.
hallways and they're all disgusted. Vinny wants to switch rooms. Apparently, he can't. But even the next morning, it still smells.
Yeah. Yeah. So poor Vinny's going to have a stinky vacation shirt.
Yeah, and all of his clothes, I guess. That would have been the real thing if she could have got through the door and actually sprayed it within the room. Then that thing would
True.
have. I'm
That's
sure
true.
the producers had a key to Vinny's room. But
Well, I think that's what she was trying to do with the, side door. But
yeah.
I think she mostly got her own room and the hallway. But I don't
Anyways, they
know.
all start taking off one by one, but Mike does get one last band to band
Play.
goodbye. Yeah.
Yes. Skippity boo bop.
Hello, Diley Bear Game.
Hi. I like your
Hello.
little bear.
Glad you're catching us on the live. Let us
Yes.
know your thoughts.
Yes. Comment along. We're happy to chat.
Yeah.
So Mike is on his way to attempt 27 restaurants. He is at 26 restaurants currently, which I think he could have accomplished all 27 if they would have had, one or two more meals, like not
Mhm.
outside of the resort. So, I'm going to give him credit for it anyways, because he does walk up to the last restaurant on the last day and it's closed. Now,
So,
I have been to resorts like this. They give you a schedule and you know when this stuff is open and when it's not, and it's very obvious. So I feel like he played that up just for us so that we could say he tried, but it worked. And I'm going to say he tried. He did his best.
it does say that they apologize for any inconvenience. So maybe they did just on a whim
Maybe.
close, but
Yeah,
yeah, Mike
that's
tried
true.
his best. He did accomplish a lot of restaurants, more than I probably would have on a 2 week or week long. I mean, I don't even know if I could accomplish that in a month. So let
No.
alone the amount of time he was there. So kudos to you, Mike, for trying. But they just leave Angelino there. And is he wearing the same outfit? Like, this man didn't
Yeah,
bring a change clothes or
I feel like
what?
they just pulled him out a cot in the middle of the beach and he slept out there. And then he woke up as the sun beamed on him. And then he came, looking for some breakfast. Like, I feel like they just treated this man like some kind of homeless person the whole time. And then they just left him. I can't believe it. Maybe he spent a couple more days in Jamaica, but
But he didn't even know. Like, he's knocking on everyone's doors.
I
Everyone.
know. I
Holly.
know. So
Vinny's,
part
of
of me
course.
thinks that this is, just fake and for entertainment
Could
purposes,
be.
which is possible. I'm entertained by it and I think it's funny and I'm also perplexed. So they did a good job either way. But if it's true, I kind of feel bad for this guy.
Well, yeah, and even Vinny is not going to wake up and be like, okay, where's my uncle? Like, what's he
No,
doing?
Vinny has never shown a shred of concern for Uncle Nino. So
Or
I don't think he
anyone but his mom. So
That's true. That is true.
if his mom would have showed up there, Vinny would have made sure that lady left with him.
So true. So that closes out that episode 14, and we hop into the final episode that we will be covering for today, which is episode 15, where they start to prepare for their 15-year anniversary. It's called 1209 Ocean Terrace, which for some reason has put the song Ocean Avenue in my head all day long.
Place on ocean. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes,
Now
and
you
user
get to have it,
Aileen. He
and
does
all of
need,
you.
yeah. He does need his mom.
Yeah.
Very much. She needs to do his laundry, his cooking, all of it when he gets back.
Yeah. All of the care and the maintenance for the man.
Yep. Hopefully Aileen has a lot of patience for that.
And hopefully she knows how to whip up some chicken cutlets.
I doubt it, but his mom's still there. They could just move her in at that point.
That's true. Aileen looks like she would not mind a woman around to take care of her.
Yeah, and cook all the meals. I mean, Vinny's mom is going to be there. It's just, you're going to let her in the front door. She's going to have to sneak in through the back.
Does she get her own bedroom? I mean,
just give her own bedroom. I would. She's a nice lady. She'll do your laundry.
Yeah, and there's always going to be cutlets in the fridge.
Free childcare, even. I mean,
all of it. The benefits are endless.
And she'll leave you alone. I mean, she walks around and does her own thing.
No wonder Vinny's having a hard time detaching from her. I mean, we're just over here trying to come up with all the reasons. They're endless to keep her around.
Keep her.
Anyways, so the gang gathers up. They're back in Jersey. Do they live in Jersey? I don't know where they live.
Some of them do. Some of them live in New York. So, I mean, they're all kind of scattered. Paulie and Ronnie live in Vegas. So, I mean, they're all just
yes, definitely that. But I think the rest of them live pretty close to each other. I know Jenny and Mike live right down the street from each other, but I think also Dena and Nicole live close by too.
Yeah, I think they all live in Jersey. I'm not sure where Sammy lives. I'm assuming Jersey, but Vinny does live in New York.
Right, which is kind of a hop, skip, and a jump from Jersey.
And Angelina. I think Angelina also still lives in New York. Right. But I'm not sure.
Right, I don't know. Anyway, so they're planning their 15-year. They want to do something fancy. They want to really dress up. They thought a long time ago that they deserved an Emmy, so they're sort of going for Emmy award type of vibes. And they're thinking
they should have.
I agree. I thought that they would have. I know they have one of the longest running ensemble casts going on. I guess that's just a record rather than an award. But yeah, I think that they should have won an Emmy too.
Something. Maybe a couple MTV awards, maybe Teen Choice Awards. Like, you think they've gotten some of those?
Any of those. Yeah, no, I totally agree. So I do know that Nicole did, I think, individually win an Emmy for like an outstanding ensemble reality cast.
Possible. Or so just like
they're Emmy affiliated.
She's gotten something. I know. I don't know if it's an Emmy. Maybe it was a Kids' Choice Award or a Teen Choice. It was like something. She's gotten something.
Maybe. I just remember I was in the wiki the other day, and I do remember it saying that she was
they got nominated.
No, they got nominated for a lot of things. So I was reading the list of nominations, but they never won anything. But I think
crazy
did win something.
It is crazy, yeah. But anyway, they called Danny because they want to use the Shore store. And of course, this man's going to have to clear out his whole entire store. But they want to use the Shore store to have this ceremony in. And he agrees. So that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, they're going to do that. I'm sure production has a lot more involvement in that.
I'm sure he got paid a pretty penny to clear out that store for a day.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm sure that, production is paying for all of the party favors that arrive and all of that later on. I don't think that Danny just decided to throw them apart. I mean, somebody's paying for this, and I don't think it's the cast themselves. So it's got to be the show. But either way, I mean, it's going to be fun. It's going to be great. They're going to go back to their roots. They're going to have a party at the shore store. And they do let us know that they decide the day before too that they're gonna go and have a little Sunday dinner at the actual house that everything started. So it's gonna be exciting. So they do end up going and starting to plan out their party. Part of planning, obviously, if you're gonna have a big fancy party, is what are we going to wear? So they decide to plug what's Mike's wife's name? Lauren. They decide to plug Lauren's little boutique and go to her store and try to find something to wear.
Which they only show me Dena getting a dress there, so I'm not really sure what's happening with that. But
yes. Meanwhile, we do get some emotional check-ins with some of the girls who need support. So that would be Angelina and Sammy. And they seem to be chugging along okay. I do still feel really bad for Angelina. You know, she's never been in a house alone.
Losing her dog more so than losing the other dog. But
that's what I mean. It's gotta feel so quiet and empty in her house.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't imagine losing like even just one of my dogs, let alone like going home to an empty, quiet house without little pitter patters of the dogs or anything. So it's just really sad to see her lose her dog. I think that like really got me more than anything. I mean, Vinny 2.0, get rid of the man. I mean, you don't need him around. He was weird, you know. He's giving like killer vibes almost. Like I don't. He was strange as hell. Even when he wasn't wanted and knew he wasn't wanted around, he'd still show up like a weirdo.
I know. I agree. I agree.
So not a fan of him, but Peanut, like that whole situation is just terribly sad. And I do feel bad about that.
Yeah. So as they're all gathering their outfits, it hops from person to person. They're all trying to pick something out. And I don't know why, but Ronnie is now reflecting on how much of an emotional roller coaster it's been for the past 15 years. I mean, I guess choosing an outfit would make you reflect on why you're getting the outfit, but most of everyone else does that later.
Well, he had a front row seat to his roller coaster, not only with Sammy, but then with Jen. And
that's true.
He's been through all the emotions.
Yeah. I mean, everyone else does that like reflecting part later on, though. It's just strange that it was plopped into let's all find an outfit. And then we have Ronnie being emotional. But I guess that's par for the course for Ronnie. He's always just a little bit off.
Yeah, he's either a little early or a little late.
Exactly. So Vinny tries on his gray suit. Nobody is surprised or thinks it's funny that he found a gray suit except for him and his mom.
Yeah, he tried on black for a second, but of course he's going to wear a white tee under it, which is like reminds me of my husband who's got to wear white tees under everything. And I'm just like, you could wear like a decent shirt, whatever. But then we see Dena in this red dress, which she did look really good in that red dress. I'm not going to lie.
She did. She looked fantastic, and she turned Angelina into Uncle Nino. I thought about Uncle Nino before. I know. I thought about Uncle Nino before Snooki or Jen even called her out and was like, "What are you, Uncle Nino?" It's just the way that she did it. She just acted like she couldn't walk, and yeah, it was great.
She is Uncle Nino. They keep saying Vinny's gonna turn into him, but honestly, it's more Angelina. Like Vinny doesn't say anything.
I agree. Vinny's more on track probably to turn into his mom at this point than Uncle Nino.
Honestly. I mean, he might be a version of Uncle Nino that just is like single forever, but Angelina's really like the potty mouth Uncle Nino.
That's very true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We also find out that Sam has been considering getting married at the very same place that Angelina got married at, where disaster struck the Jersey Shore cast, and we almost didn't even have this show anymore. So if Sam gets married there and they film it, I mean, I'm going to have flashbacks, and the amount of flashbacks that they're going to have on that episode is going to give me
here for it.
I'm here for it.
Great idea. Well, I mean, I don't know how many venues. I mean, it seems like they all live in a similar area. So maybe that's just the most extravagant venue. And it does seem like a really nice place. It's like a castle or whatever, but yeah, I mean, Snooki's gotten married. JWoww's gotten married. I mean, I'm sure that they're kind of limited on venues that someone hasn't gotten married in.
Agreed. Yeah, definitely. Especially if they are going to film it, it has to be a really big venue to fit a crew and all of that as well.
Yeah,
So
and I think that place had like places to stay, like rooms and
it
stuff.
was huge. Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
giant estate. Like it was like a castle. Yeah, it was gorgeous. So it would be cool to see her get married there. I think at first Angelina wanted to tell her that it was awkward and she shouldn't do it, but you know, how can you do that when you have this face looking at you?
it. Well, I think Angelina's kind of grown a little bit. She's like, you know what, fine. It didn't work for me, but maybe it'll work for you.
Maybe it'll work for you. Yeah, agreed. It's just
She
a
does say
venue.
it'll be awkward though. I think that was honest, but yeah, I
Agreed.
mean,
Yeah.
but now everyone's heading to Jersey.
They're all heading to Jersey. They decided that they're going to bring a couple of artifacts to show off for their 15-year anniversary. So they're kind of talking about what that is. And they go through a whole montage of everybody pretending that they found their artifacts in their home. But don't worry, I spared you guys from that moment. We can skip over that. But what was funny was, I mean, Nikki legit fell hard.
Yeah, that's why I don't go on those things. I would do the
I
same
won't
thing.
go on
I have
those things.
no coordination,
Yeah.
no chemistry, nothing.
No chemistry, no coordination. The socks ain't working with the flow. So it's not gonna work. But you could hear
Absolutely not.
Paulie's scared and disappointed tone in his voice when he asked, "Are you okay?" Because I mean, obviously he's definitely concerned about Nikki, but they have this big 15-year party like tomorrow. So
Yeah, he wants to make sure
he'll
she's
be
good.
having his lady breaking her hips.
If it was anyone else, he would have just laughed. But
I know.
being Nikki, he was concerned. But she's fine. And we go over to
She's
the Jersey Shore house. The girls get there first, and Sam pulls out the note.
Her artifact is the note. Yeah. And
How
how
iconic
crazy.
that she still even has it. I'm surprised she never ripped it up and threw it away.
I know. And she has it with the original foldings and everything, which, you know, people make so much money off of replica note stuff. I've seen, you know, blankets and pillows and all kinds of different things. So I wonder, I mean, I would want to see how much she could auction this off for, because
I mean,
I bet you people would pay a little.
Will and Jenny almost took that damn thing from her. We're like, we're selling this.
I know.
The Declaration of Independence.
Go for millions. I don't know about millions, but
it'd be a few thousand for sure.
I think so,
even
yeah.
100,000.
$100,000. Yeah.
I mean, you can get lucky. That is an artifact for real.
Yes. I hate it when it does this to us. Sorry, guys. But they go around and share what they brought. And so
as usual, the guys are the only ones bringing any food or making any food or supplying any food.
I mean, it's been 15 years now. And so why would anything change at this point? Even Ronnie brought food, which is like, come on, ladies.
I mean, yeah, if of any of the guys, Ronnie never really cooked, but it's just funny. They did one dinner in Italy, those girls, and Sammy had nothing to do. I remember that dinner so well. Like Sammy was just mad and staying away from it. And just not a single, like them girls don't cook there. And it's so crazy because I mean, not all of them are Italian, so I will give that. But Sammy is, and Dena is, and I never see them cook anything. The only thing we seen Dena doing was making those little skewers, and she was having a hard time.
Yeah, I know. Actually, I think that's like coming up here pretty soon, but I don't want to scroll all the way to it. But they do all bring their artifacts. Obviously, we saw what Sammy brought. Jenny brought her like that top that she used to wear that was basically like a scarf that she would, you know, sort of just cover her tits with, which is totally infamous. And I think a lot of people started wearing shirts like that.
I think Paulie made out with her in that shirt. So
I think you're right too. Yes. I'm really glad that phase of fashion is over. I mean, thank you for the blessings and the memories, but I'm really glad that's over. And Snooki brought Crocodilly, and Vinny brought the grenade whistle, and Mike brought his neck brace from Italy.
I really thought Mike was going to have the grenade whistle, but I'm not surprised that Vinny has it instead.
True. I mean, he's the only one who really needs it these days.
And drew that on the back. Like,
I know. It's so good. Look, I mean, Mike looks like Mike. That just
honestly, and then that's Ronnie, obviously, in the middle, but
yeah, and the
hair. I don't know where Vinny is in that, but it's just
he's giving us a little update too about Aileen, and he says that he's not real interested in having a long distance relationship, but there's this thing about him that the bigger the butt, the less of a problem that becomes for him. So that's
So it sounds like they're gonna last.
Yeah, that's our Aileen update. He's willing to get on a plane. I think that's a step in a direction.
Huge step for Vinny. He's got to at least, probably hit it, I think. So he's gonna make a plane ride.
Agreed. Yes. So
but then we see
Danny shows up. He lets us know he's on his 4th child, and he has much more hair than Mike could ever dream of having naturally. And he asks if anyone's willing to come help, because that's his line. That's his only line. Can you guys come help?
I mean, if they're going to be staying or hanging out in his shore house, they better come move a few things for their party.
Yeah.
None of them want to.
Naturally. I mean, they've never wanted to work for this man.
Yeah. But they do go down to the shore house and they're like, well, we'll just see what it looks like. And then they get roped into carrying a couple things from a moving van.
Yeah, they don't do much, but they do a little bit. So meanwhile, Dena's has more important plans. She is putting little ghosts together with other fruits and strawberries, probably for her PTO.
And PT, yeah. PT, yep. Parent teacher stuff, yep.
Or PTA, sorry. PTO is
PTO, paid time off.
Yeah, right. PTA. Parent teacher.
And then after they sneak away from Danny, they do have their dinner where they reminisce about the 15 years. They still be keeping Ron and Sam on opposite sides, and honestly, the face that Ron made when they brought out the note cracked me up too. Like, he's like, what note?
He looked like he was in trouble all over again. Like, he was about to run out of that room. It was actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
And I know that it's kind of a little bit awkward for them still, but they're obviously growing to be able to tolerate, sitting at a table together and addressing their love collectively. So I do think that that's a big step. Vinny makes a joke that, they're in love again because they did this whole "we love you all." But no.
It is monumental that they've not been in the shore house together since probably season 6. So
agreed. Totally. Yeah.
Crazy. It must be weird that they're in this house again.
And I think Sam does bring it up later on, but I think it's worth just mentioning it now since we're talking about the house. But she says that, considering all the hard times that she went through when she was in the house before, she was in a really tough emotional state. And now coming back into the house, she's also in a really tough emotional state as well.
But it's different. Very
different. And she says too that, this is harder than that was. And emotionally, she's really going through a lot. So I'm glad that she's here with all the support and everything. And I'm finding myself distracted by Dena's tan, just like
Ronnie
was.
I love it when he talks in confessionals. I really do laugh at most of what he says. He's really funny. He's like, I can't even take this woman seriously. She's just getting darker by the second, which she showed up with a tanning lady, and she's the only one who got the spray tan. But most of them are already pretty dark. I mean, Nicole doesn't need one. Paulie probably would have did it, even though he doesn't need one.
Paulie got one before he got on the plane. I mean, Paulie, that's just
he'd double up. He would double up.
It's possible.
Vinny won't touch a spray tan from a mile away, so it really would have just been Jenny maybe getting one, because I don't see the rest of them doing it. But it was funny. She went really, really dark. I mean, she's like, I'm 23 again, and she really did look as dark as she did then.
I know, and it did make her look younger and thinner, but she just doesn't really look like herself either. So a little too dark.
I couldn't even put on clothes much after getting a spray tan. I have to sit in a room for an hour, naked.
Well, she does. It doesn't look like she has many clothes. Like, she just put on a hoodie
over. Yeah. But then they bring out this ridiculous cake. And
they do. They go around and do a little bit of reflecting again. And, I think it's interesting because all the people who don't have children say that they wish in the next 15 years that they do have children. So obviously that would be Vinny, that would be Sammy, which her wish is going to come true. Mm-hmm. And then Angelina says that, I just want a child. I don't care if I have a man. I don't care if I'm married.
Probably out of wedlock. It's realistic for her. She said probably out of wedlock, but Ronnie says, I don't recommend it. I died.
True.
And then
And we
we get
do
over to them and they're like, our kids are going to be, I don't know why she says Lorenzo's going to be 27. The kid's only like 13. Is that really?
15 years. That's what they were
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about.
I guess you're right. He
Yeah,
would be like 27. Wow. I just remember when that kid was born. So it's just so
I
crazy
know.
that he's a
It's great.
teenager.
Like when people say time is a thief, it's so true. I mean, I know time seems to go by fast anyways, but I feel like once you have children, it's just like it's just warp speed. It's wild.
Yeah. So he's going to be a grandma
I
in
know.
15 years,
I know.
probably.
I mean,
Because
in
even her
15
other
years,
kids
you're
are
gonna
not
have
far.
a 15-year-old. Like
Yeah.
craziness.
Crazy. Anyway, so Mike reflects about how he wanted to own a rehab. I don't know if he still does. He didn't really clarify much of that. He got pretty emotional about it. And then he just brings in this cake. Like,
Yeah. No. Bam.
yeah, and it's a lot of cake as usual for these people to only eat a corner of it and then get Angelina throwing the rest at him.
I know. And right away, as soon as the cake gets set down, it gets really quiet and everybody, even when
They're all on one side as well. Like,
they're ready. But even before I recognized what was going on and they showed the clips and everything, I got this eerie feeling like something bad is about to happen. And then, yeah, I mean, look at Angelina.
she just digs her claws right into it. She's ready.
I want to do that.
I do. It just felt satisfying.
I know. I just want to do that.
And what kind of, I mean, she's got that cross tattoo, but it's thick. Like,
it is.
Homegirl must have been covering up something.
Yes. So they have a little bit of a food fight, not a big one like they used to have, but cake is thrown. I don't think she sat on the cake, but she did throw some cake. And they, I don't know where they stayed. I mean, obviously they're not going to stay at the shore house anymore. They tried to pretend to stay at the shore house a couple seasons ago, and all the girls had to leave and go to Nicole's new upgraded shore house.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think they just ended up going back home because a lot of them live in Jersey. So they probably either went to Mike's, or I think Vinny probably stayed at Mike's and Ronnie and stuff. And then the girls, went back to their houses. But then Jenny gets the makeup people. Lauren's got makeup people. Mike's got makeup people. Everyone's getting their hair and makeup done. And they make a joke about Mike's 3,000 follicles. And they wait for Angelina. I mean, if this is really just all them getting ready, so there's not a lot to say about it. But then they're all ready, and they all do look red carpet ready. Although I'm like, Jenny, what the hell is that around your waist? A makeshift shirt just to go with her makeshift shirt.
Like, yes, I wouldn't wear it, but I like it. I think it's very Jenny. She always has kind of an edgier fashion style than everyone else.
Yeah. Yeah, you got Snooki and Dena in the same hair and furs. I mean, they literally dressed alike, just different colors.
Do you know what's so crazy too is like the last picture that I have, there's a side profile of Dena, and I could have swore that she was Nicole.
Yeah. And Angelina's got the same look as she did probably in 2009 right there. I mean,
these three still do. I mean, they look the exact same except for like the work that they've had done. But same hair, same style, it's actually quite funny.
Yep.
I mean,
Sammy looks the same, but she just looks like she's classier now.
Sammy's always loved a bodycon dress. So, here we go again. We just got to cut out now because it's 2025.
Yep. We love a good class. A little bit of class.
Yes, it looks so good. And then Dena has a hard time saying faux fur. She calls it fox fur.
I don't blame her. I have them issues too.
I love it when they troll her, when she says she's not a millennial and then they say she's a millennial. They do so good with Dena.
Dena be getting herself in a few messes. And then the Paulie shows up and Cab's here with the biggest cab I've ever seen in my life. It's insane.
So apparently he bought a limousine and he had it wrapped with the taxi.
Crazy.
So this is a custom Jersey Shore taxi cab.
I can't even imagine how much that cost, honestly, to do all that.
I know.
Who else is gonna want to ride in that? I don't know. possible.
I mean, now that they've ridden in it and they're in Jersey Shore, they could probably.
It'll be the
probably
new
make
thing
some
for
money.
proms and stuff is the
Maybe,
kids.
yeah. Right.
But everybody shows up to the premiere, Uncle Nino and Vinny's mom. And then you got Danny and his girl, not the one that Vinny stole. And then you have
Ronnie's
dad and his stepmom. And then you have Chris showing up by himself, all stag. And then Justin wearing almost the same exact outfit as Ronnie. Like, Sammy really does have a type.
I know, except Justin just looks more zhuzhed up. I mean, he's definitely an upgrade of Ronnie. In this picture, to me, he kind of looks like that guy in the Titanic that Rose is supposed to marry. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the same coat. Like, these men, how do these men have the same coat and they're going to wear it on the same day? It's just interesting to me. Like, the same color scheme going on.
It is funny.
And then Zach shows up with Jenny's kids and her dad. And I almost
look at little Jenny.
She does look just like Jenny.
So cute.
Jenny 2.0.
Look at, tell me that this is not Snooki.
It does kind of look like her. I mean, they're just similar. They're meatballs.
I know.
So, but they really did do their hair almost the exact same and everything. So
I know.
It was funny. Everybody's in the cab and now we're going to the event and to be continued.
Yeah, to be continued. They give us a little preview, but it's a pretty light preview as far as it being, the finale and the 15-year anniversary. They just show us a little bit of partying, and then they kind of cut to Sammy's embryo transfer. So we're going to figure out a little bit of a closure situation on that. And then, we're going to see the final 15, I shouldn't say final, but the today was kind of the preparation, and then, the finale. With the 15-year anniversary. So I'm really excited to watch it. Obviously, that will be the only episode that we cover that day. So maybe we'll go a little bit more in depth and, go into some of I'm sure they're going to give us quite a few good flashbacks on that episode. So we could probably talk more about those too. What was Paula's thing? They didn't show it.
Polly, maybe?
What was Polly's thing? Oh, his artifact? I don't know.
Yeah. They didn't show it. Maybe they'll show it next episode because he wasn't at the shore house, but
true. Or Angelina.
He was looking for one. They did show Polly looking for one.
He could just bring some of his hair gel, but I think he was looking for something else. But yeah, that's when Nikki fell, when they located it. That's a good question, user Alien. Maybe we'll find out. There's still
a couple of Angelina either, yeah, but maybe Angelina didn't have one because she really wasn't at the storehouse for
Dena
very
wasn't
long.
There.
Yeah. I could see Angelina not even having an artifact from those seasons just because she was there for like a season and a half. I mean, half
trash bag. You could bring a trash bag.
We could, but it wouldn't be the same trash bag.
A real artifact, yeah.
We need a real one. So I guess we'll have to see.
Right. Well, ChickChat, it's been a really fun season of Jersey Shore. We just have one more episode left to cover, and it's going to be a really exciting one because it is the 15-year anniversary of the show itself. So I'm excited to talk about that and see what they do and cover it. They're obviously looking really fabulous, so I hope that it's a really fun party. And I am excited to chat with y'all about it.
Hoping for some taki. All right.
Oh, maybe we'll get one. Tiki-taki.
Tiki-taki.
If Vinny drinks, we're going to get something.
He's going to drink. So
what if Aileen shows up?
That would be epic, but I highly doubt it. She's still in Canada.
I know. I doubt it.
Anyways, well, thank you for joining us, ChickChat. Remember to subscribe, copy the link, do all the things, and then reduce. Oh my gosh, I'm dying. Reduce, reuse, recycle, Rihanna, and goodbye, ChickChat.
Bye.
Bye.